Hi, this is Adrian,
And I'm Carrie.
and for this episode of the Scent Library, we are going to talk about the Issey Miyake experience. So, the popular Issey Miyake.
Okay. So Issey is both a fashion brand and they have quite a number of perfumes, about 110 or so.
Wow.
Yeah. The first one was in 1992 and it was L'Odyssée Parfum. And then the Pour Homme version came out in 1994. And that's the one that we're going to start with today, the classic one.
Okay.
L'Odyssée Pour Homme by Issey.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a play on words. It's Issey Miyake, and then Leo is it's a French way of saying a smell or a scent. L'Odyssée is also like l'Odyssey, so
Yeah.
like Odyssey. So they did a little bit of a play on words on it. This one came out about the same time as CK1 and Acqua di Gio. So it's kind of in a genre of fresh, sort of aquatic, floral, fruity scents and stuff that came out in the 90s. And it made a pretty big hit. It's a high quality ingredient, quite a few notes and stuff, but I think the main ones that come through, I'll discuss those after we kind of go through it. The top notes on this are yuzu, lemon, bergamot, lemon, verbena, mandarin orange, cypress, cologne, a kind of a C note that also smells a little bit like watermelon, coriander, tarragon, and sage. To me, what does it smell like to you most in the top notes?
The citrus, I guess it would be the yuzu.
Yeah, that's kind of what comes out to me is like the yuzu and maybe a little bit of the cologne. I'm not really sure. For middle notes, lotus, nutmeg, lily of the valley, geranium, saffron, cinnamon, and mignonette. I'm not sure what mignonette is. I don't think I smell anything that I can't identify, so I don't know what mignonette is. And base notes, vetiver, musk, cedar, sandalwood, amber, and tobacco. Tell me what you like about this fragrance.
Well, I really like it for the yuzu.
Yeah.
And the geranium and what was it? Lily of the Valley.
Lily of the Valley.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the kind of the fruity top notes and stuff. I definitely get the kind of the yuzu, which I think was a pretty unique note for at the time. Some of the floral notes, I don't get them real distinctly. Maybe Lily of the Valley, if I think about it. I don't really notice tobacco or sandalwood and stuff, so they maybe are kind of buried deep underneath there as supporting notes. Yeah, I mostly get kind of like floral and fruity notes in a really nice way. When do you think this one is the most appropriate for what weather?
Summer.
Summer, me too. And I think it can be good in most warm weather situations. It doesn't really get overbearing in the heat. I don't think of this as a winter fragrance at all.
No.
Although it's nice any time of year if you're wearing it in inside sorts of temperatures and stuff, like 70 degrees or something. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. This one came out in 2014. Now, by the way, there are a lot of these and a lot of flankers, and we're only going to talk about 6 of them. So we're going to skip ahead about 20 years, go to 2014. All the rest of these are fairly recent releases. This is Nuit de Issey, and it is a woody, spicy fragrance. It's a kind of a night fragrance. What did you think of this one?
Definitely night fragrance too.
Night fragrance?
Yes.
Yeah, this has top notes of grapefruit and bergamot. Once again, nice and fruity. They've tamed down the number of notes. Middle notes, leather, woody notes, spices, black pepper, and vetiver. And then for base notes, it has incense, ebony, tonka bean, and patchouli. Yeah, this is definitely a nice evening scent. I like the patchouli. The leather really sticks out nice, but the grapefruit and stuff comes out really nicely too. Now we'll go on to the next one. Now that is the Nuit d'Issey EDT, or is this? Oh yes, that's EDT. Then they came out in 2015 with a Parfum version of the Nuit d'Issey. This one has top notes of pink pepper and grapefruit, middle notes leather and vanilla, and base notes tonka and patchouli. So they kept some of the really distinctive notes, but I think it softens out a little bit in the middle, don't you think?
Yeah, the leather and the vanilla work together.
Yeah.
They're not base notes here, they're
Yeah.
mid notes.
Yeah. It feels a little softer, maybe a little bit more kind of powdery or floral in a way that that it comes across instead of on the EDT, which is a little bit more on the leathery side. Between the two of those, which one do you prefer?
This one actually.
The Parfum?
The Parfum.
Yeah, that would be my choice too. So they're very similar, and I think that you probably could have either one of them and be just fine, not have to have both of them. It's only kind of when you're smelling them up close that you really sort of notice the differences. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the Pour Homme Noir Ambre. Once again, a more evening scent, and this is an ambery type of a scent. This came out in 2016.
The leather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is very definitely a leather forward and amber scent.
Saffron, cinnamon, and leather.
And I really noticed the saffron in this one. I don't always notice saffron in a lot of scents. It seems to kind of get covered up by all the other things, but this one, the saffron comes out really nicely. So this is from 2016, and it has top notes saffron, cinnamon, nutmeg, and coriander, middle notes leather, cedar, papyrus, and vetiver, base notes of amber, vanilla, and tonka bean. It's not a really heavy tonka bean sort of a smell, not real heavy with the vanilla tonka bean, but it's in there and it kind of smooths things out nicely. This one I really, really like a lot. The next one we're going to go on to is a little hard to find at times. It's kind of like a little treasure trove when you can find it, grab a couple of them because it disappears for a while. It's not officially been canceled, but I don't think that it's quite as available as some of the other ones. This is the Pour Homme or Encens. In French, I think that means like golden incense.
Yeah, and you can definitely smell the incense.
So this one is, like I said, this one is 2017. Top notes of rose and labdanum, and then middle notes incense, pink pepper, and cumin. And base notes leather, amberwood, sandalwood, cedar, and vetiver. Tell me what you think about this one.
The rose and the labdanum and the leather, you could really smell them. The incense.
Yeah. Yeah, the incense has a nice kind of smokiness wrapping the whole thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot. And then finally, this one is new this year, 2023. And this is L'Odyssée Pour Homme Vetiver. Now, it doesn't say on the bottle vetiver, but it is a vetiver fragrance. This one has a simple linear lineup as far as the way that they present the notes. Haitian vetiver, ginger, clary sage, and watery notes.
Very pleasant.
Yeah, the vetiver is not like a really spicy vetiver.
Mm-hmm.
And the ginger gives it a nice sort of a tingly sort of a scent to it. The watery notes, I don't think it's like a sea sort of a watery.
No, more like a lake.
Yeah, just sort of like a kind of moist air or something like that, but in a really nice way, kind of carrying other scents and stuff on it.
Yeah, not salty.
So of all of these, what would your favorite be?
I like the Encens.
Yeah, me too. That's my favorite. There are a lot of these scents. It's easy to kind of get lost in the library of the L'Odyssée Pour Hommes. There's a lot of great ones out there, some summer ones, some more darker, cool weather ones, some woody ones, floral ones. There's something kind of for everybody, and they're really nice. And I think, obviously some of them last longer or project better than others and stuff. But especially if you grab them from discounters, you really can't go wrong with them. They're really nice fragrances. They have good quality ingredients, and they just smell really nice.
Yes, they do.
So that's all that we're going to present today. If you have any questions or comments or specific low indices that you found that you really love, let us know in the comments.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.